right, so we made it here to the Aravaipa Canyon trailhead, as you can see. And yeah, first time ready to do this thing. I have neoprene socks on, some breathable shoes. I don't know, X pair of shoes in my bag, extra socks, pants, warm stuff. I don't know, let's just go get this party started and see what this beautiful place has to offer. All right, didn't have to go very far to have to do my very first creek crossing. And if you're not familiar with Aravaipa Canyon, that's one of the features of this, is that you have no choice but to cross the creek often. So you got to prepare for that. You got to wear the right kind of shoes. A lot of people, neoprene socks, wool socks at a minimum, shoes that are breathable and will dry out well. And of course you want to bring extra shoes and socks for when you establish a camp, so you can stay dry, keep your feet warm. It's in the high 50s today. I feel great. I'm just in a long sleeve shirt. I have layers with me, but yeah, this is awesome so far. My understanding is that the canyon walls will start to narrow about a mile and a half up ahead. So let's keep an eye on it. In the meantime, this just really looks like Arizona riparian habitat next to a creek or river. I just got to my next creek crossing and Mr. Javelina is just deciding to come down, probably for a drink right there. Hello, Javelina. Looks like not so much drink, more food. I'm just gonna try to very chill cross right here. Let Mr. Javelina go about having his lunch. I'm coming your way, Mr. Javelina. It's okay, buddy. There you go. All right, so yeah, this is part of the whole deal right here. A lot of creek crossings. Mr. Javelina has made his way down here. All right, let's keep rolling. What's up, y'all? So I just passed a pretty incredible campsite. It's a little over 2 miles into the canyon, and part of my strategy is to set up camp kind of closer to the west trailhead, and then I brought like a little day pack so that I can move really swiftly through the canyon and just do a long day hike tomorrow without all this gear on my back. So I'm just gonna go a little bit further up and just see if there might be, just kind of get a feel for what's ahead, I guess. The canyon is definitely starting to narrow. Here, I'm gonna show you this. So you can see the canyon walls are pretty close together right here. And let's just go up a touch further and just see what we got. I can always just come back to that place. I'm not far from it. Maybe 1/8 of a mile, 1/4 mile tops right now. So, all right, onward. Let's go see what we got. All right, executive decision is made. We're going back to that campsite. I can't wait to show it to you. It's pretty awesome. Really stoked on this campsite. Check it out. What a cool spot. It also, look, it gets some sunlight, and you can see we're elevated above this creek pretty well, which is great because you do have to think about flash floods when you're in environments like this. Even if it's not raining where you are, it could be raining, miles away and trigger a flash flood through this creek. So I like being up here a little bit higher elevation, and just really excited to get set up and just kick it here for a little bit. Let's get set up.
É no teu sorriso que o sol se rende. Brilho que queima, que explode em mim. Tuas curvas escrevem poemas na pele, e o instinto grita, começo ou fim. Teu cheiro me embriaga, teu gosto me prende. Cada toque é abismo que eu quero cair.
Alright, so just getting everything set up. One of my luxuries that I bring backpacking is this little pump. It's called like the Flex Tail something, I don't know, but it inflates your pad like 95% of the way, and then it's like half a bag of air, and it's all good. So I don't know, it doesn't weigh much and it's tiny. I think it's worth it. I just go do other stuff while that does its work and pumps that pad up for me. All right, I'm gonna do my best to give you just some little tips and tricks. And one of those is when you take your sleeping bag or anything really out of one of these compression sacks, before you take it out, loosen all of them as far as they'll go to make your life easier in the morning when you're putting everything back in here, right? So bam, they're all as loose as they will go now. And then the other thing that I highly recommend is just always keep your stuff sacks for your sleeping bag, your sleeping pad, your pillow, anything that's in your tent. Throw it in one of your tent pockets. That way you don't lose it. And when it's time to pack up in the morning, you literally just kind of roll over, you deflate your pad, and as you're laying on it, and you start to pack everything up, right? So, all right, I'm gonna finish getting set up. All right, y'all, just a quick little note in case anyone's wondering. I'm using the Nemo Disco 15 sleeping bag. I really love it so far. It's lightweight, it's a down bag. I've gotten it down into the 30s and I was very warm. Tonight might be like close to freezing, so I'm gonna be curious to see how that works out. But the thing that I love about these sleeping bags is if you're like a side sleeper or you just want something roomier, like I'm not a mummy bag guy, like being like all stuffed into a mummy bag, no thank you. I like a little bit of room, and this has, it's so comfortable. And it has these little vents that you can unzip right by your chest if you want it to be a little more breathable. So I've really been digging these a lot. So I'll show you what it looks like inside the tent here in a sec. Cheers. Oh, my favorite pillow. Hands down. Look how tiny it is, first of all. This thing is like, weighs nothing. It's so small. But it's the Sea to Summit Eros pillow. I love these. I've been using them for years. I literally put it inside my coffee mug with a lid on it. That's how tiny it is. But these things are just, they're so comfortable and they're so easy. It has this sort of like, this double, I don't know what you call this, but you just pull the top one open right there and leave the bottom one in place. And there it is. It's really soft, it's really comfy. Highly recommend it. Yeah, Sea to Summit Eros pillow. Bam, bright green so I don't lose it. And I'm gonna go throw this in my tent. All right, let's just have a quick look at the setup. So this is a Durston X Mid 1 trekking pole tent. I have the Pro as well, which is Dyneema and it's lighter. But because I'm in a canyon, I wanted to make sure that condensation wasn't really an issue. And one of the biggest differences between the Durston X Mid 1 and the X Mid Pro, this is what's called a double wall tent. That means that the inside is not part of the rain fly. They're separate. So that allows air to kind of come out and breathe. So I opted for this one. It's still super light. It's like 28 ounces. But, so let's check it out. So again, I have all of my, I have everything right there ready to go for when I want to pack up. But let's take a look. The sleeping pad is a Nemo Tensor. And this is a wide. It's 25 inches wide. You gotta go wide, I think. There's my Sea to Summit Eros pillow. And here is the Nemo Disco 15. This is the 15-degree bag. Here's those thermal gills I was telling you about. They can kind of open and close, you know, depending on if it's cold outside. Feel free to just zip these bad boys up. There we go. You can see that it's pretty roomy. It's not like a mummy bag. It's pretty wide through there. And I just love it. It's super comfortable. And yeah. All right, let's zip it up. Here's the trekking poles right here. Holding up the tent. All right. Rock and roll. All right, getting camp set up. Feeling pretty good. Got a few more things left to do, but one of the biggest things that I need to figure out is I've got my food hanging right here, but that doesn't really feel like super, like it's not that high up. I did bring some cord, so I think I need to move that. It's like, wouldn't be easy to get to, but I feel like if a bear stood up, it could get that. So I'm gonna see if I can find a better solution for the food. Let's go poke around and see what we can come up with. I just can't stop being super proud of my food bag hang situation to keep it away from the bears. Tick-tock. I found the perfect weighted rock. Pretty okay sunset. Not too shabadelic. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good morning, top of the morning to you. Laid in my warm sleeping bag until about 8 a.m. Felt amazing. And start to see some sun coming up over there. So just kind of waiting for it to come down the canyon. In the meantime, I need some coffee. Let's make some coffee. Let's get some coffee brewing. All right, let's have a look-see, shall we? Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. It's gonna do the trick. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Top of the morning to ya. Let's get some caffeine down the hatch. Let's do it. Anyone who's spent time in canyons knows sunrise, sunset is later and earlier. It's different, right? So I'm kind of watching the sun as it's coming up over here, and I've been watching it come down this hill right over here. And look, it's made its way like almost to the creek. You know, about 15-20 minutes ago, it was like pretty high up there. So it's coming down. And the reason why I care about that right now is I'm trying to get, not that it like even matters, they're just gonna get wet anyway, but just trying to get my neoprene socks and my shoes, just trying to get those in some sunlight. So at least when I put them on, they feel warmish. You know what I'm saying? Like putting on like cold, wet socks on a cold morning, like just doesn't sound as appealing, but it feels like that sun is about to poke up over the top there. Like it's getting really close. So good stuff. Check it out. It's happening. Right there. What is that on my hand? Sunlight? Oh, yes. All right, now let's try to get these socks and shoes dried out a little bit. And then we are gonna go explore Aravaipa Canyon. Sun is hitting my shoes in all its glory. Oh, yes. So I'm just going to show you my little system for keeping my cook system as compact as possible. And so I have this little Tokes pot. It is, I think it's like the, I don't know, 700 milliliter, 500 milliliter. I don't know what it is, but so I just put my fuel canister inside of there, and I have a couple of paper towels that I go like this. I put the lid on. This is MSR, I think Pocket Rocket or Wind Burner. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's pretty awesome. It does a great job. But I just put this in this little blue bag right here, like that. And then the Tokes comes with this little orange bag right here. This right here. And just pull this tight. And there we go. Ready to rock. All together in one nice, light, compact system. So I'm going to break down camp just so when I come back here all wet, I can just dip out, right? But I wanted to show you a little, you know, if you put stakes in the ground and they're kind of hard to get out, and you have one of these little cords right here on the end of it, here's a little trick. Put another stake through there, or a stick, or whatever you can find, and just kind of use that to pull it up. And it really creates a lot of additional leverage to where it'll just come out really nice and easy. And then from there, when you have dirt in your stakes, just use another stake or a stick or whatever. And I always do that just because it is pack weight. I know it's ridiculous probably, but I do clean my stakes as I go. So I don't know, just a little something if you're having trouble getting one of those out to get that extra leverage on it. All right, so camp is all packed up. I'm gonna leave my food hanging, and I'm gonna leave my backpack here. I got my little day pack on, one trekking pole, and yeah, let's go cruise up this canyon a little bit and see what's up here. Come back, we'll grab the pack on our way out, and easy peasy moan easy back to the truck. All right, let's go check it out. All right, let's cruise into the canyon, and don't know how far I'm gonna go. Just as far as I feel like, and kind of see what's up. I'm excited for these. I set up camp kind of where the canyon walls really start to narrow. So yeah, let's go check it out. What's up, y'all? Let's just take a little stroll up the creek. There's a nice little shallow section right here. Let's check it out. would call it pretty spectacular. New battery in the GoPro, check. 1 2 1 2 1 2, check. It looks like it's working. Sweet. Sweet. All right. Now I can just shoot, like, just go crazy. All right, it just seems like the canyon just gets a little steeper with each time you go around a corner, and just even more stunning and beautiful. This place is amazing. Aravaipa Canyon, oh wow, just absolutely stunning. I can't wait to come back here. And you know, I think I've reached about the end of my trip up the creek. Went up the creek a couple miles. So I think I'm gonna head back to grab my pack and huff it back to the truck. From here, it should be about 4.5, almost 5 miles, something like that. So not too bad. It's all flat. There's no really uphill. So easy peasy moan easy. But I'm ready for some tacos. Let's go get some tacos. All right, so I made it back to camp. Time to get everything in the big backpack. I'm so proud of my rock and food bag system right here. No, bear, no, you cannot. I'm hungry. Yes, I can. Yes, there we go. Lower the bag. And then I stashed my backpack right here. You can see it from here. But if you're coming in from the trail, which is over here, it's pretty hidden. Pretty good, right? Haha, all right, let's get it packed up. All right, it's that time. I'm booted up, now let's suit up. Time to skedoodle. Let's do this. All right, party people in the place to be. Let's go. Say goodbye to this killer campsite, but can't wait to come back. Cannot wait to come back to this spot. So good. All right, let's keep on trucking. This place is just absolutely magnificent. I'm gonna enjoy every moment on the way out of here. The first part of the trail is very green and very lush, and it's very easy. Just really nice flat sand trail. A couple water crossings in the first couple miles, but not too bad. It's really when the canyon walls come in on you, that's when you do a lot more hiking through the creek. I gotta say though, it's the middle of February, and wearing neoprene socks and a pair of breathable, drainable trail runners, my feet never got cold. And these were only 0.5 millimeter thick. I did 2 pairs of them, so I only have 1 millimeter of neoprene sock going on. But I mean, it's like mid-February or late February, and freaking perfect. It's cold in the morning and it's sunny and warm right now. I'm gonna say it's in the 70s probably, with full sun, no clouds. There are shady areas all over the canyon, which is super helpful, but highly recommend this one, y'all. Especially if you have friends that are kind of new to backpacking and don't want to do a ton of climbing and elevation gain. This one is, this is a piece of cake, honestly. Like, it's just flat miles. You know, one thing that's kind of crazy is you're down here next to the creek, and then just right there are cacti and just straight Sonoran desert. Like, such an interesting juxtaposition to be down underneath all these big shady trees with the water, and then boom, desert. Right, this is the first creek crossing on your way in, which means it's the last one on your way out. That's right. Let's do this. Goodbye, Aravaipa Creek. It won't be the last time. It's pretty wild. You climb up from the river just a little ways. Next thing you know, it's desert. Straight up desert, although you can look back, really see where the creek goes. Those beautiful, gorgeous trees. All right, y'all. Just like that, we are back in the parking lot. Good times. There's my taco that's gonna take me to get some tacos. All right, another one in the books. Aravaipa Canyon was spectacular. I just cannot wait to come back here. It's only 93 miles from Phoenix. That's crazy. Amazing. Just chilling in the back of my truck and took off the neoprene socks and my trail runners, and now I'm about to throw on some socks and some dry shoes. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, it's been real. Thanks for watching. Aravaipa Canyon was amazing. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Knapsack Nomad, aka Steve, aka Knapsack Nomad, out. One of the best parts of every adventure is getting food afterward. And I don't know, my go-to is tacos. I live in Arizona, and Carolinas, that big C with the hat on, definitely one of my favorites. And so yummy. Hot food always tastes better after doing miles on the trails. Salud.